Hello my lovely little snakelets, it's Hebi here, and today we're going to be reacting to One Piece, chapter 1138, The Harley, and chapter 1139, Mountain Eater. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can. If you would like to join the Discord to keep up to date with any news or chapter releases or even free games, you can do that as well. And if you would like to support me, you can do that by going on to Buy Me a Coffee. Let's start the chapters, shall we? Okay, so some quick news. The reason why we didn't do I didn't do chapter 1138, The Harley, last week was because I woke up to my whole front yard flooded. Yeah, it was not fun. We found the source of the leak and there is a big hole in my front yard because the plumber has not moved the tap, which was the cause of the leak. He's going to do that hopefully this week, weather permitting, that it's going to be dry enough. But yeah, we have had rain as well the last couple of days, which I'm loving. But yes, let's start the chapters, shall we? Okay, so let's start with chapter 1138, The Harley. The cover page is of Who's Who and his crew, as well as the kidnapped victims. He is making them entertain him. Okay. So we start the chapter off with Loki screaming, shouting, making threats, and demanding to know why Shamrock looks so much like that redhead bastard, aka Shanks. Shamrock then reveals, spoiler, that Shanks is his younger twin, making it confirmation that the evil twin is always the older twin. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that from personal experience because I am the younger twin like Shanks. We then have Loki continuing his threats at Shamrock, and Shamrock uses his sword to attack. Again, spoiler, this destroys the Cerebus. Theories about Blackbeard because the sword ate the Cerebus fruit. Genko then makes a arrow plane thing and they move their mission to go capture one of the giant children. I have a funny feeling that this is what's-his-face, Colin, that they're gonna kidnap. We then move to our rest castle, where Luffy finds it very difficult to believe the giants when they say it was Shanks who attacked him. One of the guards believe Shanks may have a brother, which obviously we know is true. Meanwhile, we have someone climbing up the branch to the castle. We then move to Frankie and Ripley. They are on the Adam Tree tour. Frankie exclaims how big the tree is, and Ripley says this tree is valuable across the sea. Maybe she should start cutting it up and selling it. Ripley is Frankie then tells Ripley, no, Skull, the soul already scolded me once. This is a holy tree. Don't you go cutting pieces. It says what we're going to go see is a children's drawing from the ancient past. It is a relic due to its historical value. We estimate it to have been drawn somewhere between 800 and 900 years ago, which, if correct, puts them right within the period of the Void Century. Frankie gets excited and says, "We've got to show this to Robin." He then says, "For a drawing from Albert, a lot of these creatures don't look like giants." Ripley says, "That's right. In the history we're familiar with, there were some fearsome wars between races, but never cultural exchanges. Maybe that simply means this was nothing more than a child's dream." We then move to the Warrior School, where the children are having their lesson, and Robin is in the library with Saul and Chopper. Saul says all the various myths and legends of Albert were created based on the original text, since there are so many interpretations, and that means the sun god all the warriors believe in has a different personality depending on who is telling the story. Ain't that funny? Robin asks, "Can she read it?" Saul says yes. The story is split into 3 chapters. They say the 3rd chapter describes the world we live in today. Ain't that funny? So this is what's happening in the future. In fact, the legends of Nika are all seeded throughout the world. The one common feature is that he always shows up laughing to a rhythm. Robin laughs. "Can I read it now?" As Robin starts reading, we pan over to where Frankie is, looking at a large mural depicting what Robin is reading. In the first chapter, dubbed The First World, reads, "Within the earth there was fire. Mankind succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun." It kind of reminds me of Prometheus stealing fire from the gods. "The enslaved prayed, and the sun god appeared. The god of the earth raged, and with its serpent of hellfire shrouded the world in death and darkness, and they will never meet." In the second part of the mural, so I'm assuming the middle part, it reads, "Within the void there was breath. The forest god tamed the demon." So I'm guessing this is the creation of the devil fruits. "And the sun spread the fires of war." So maybe the fight for control of the devil fruits. "Those of the half moon dreamed. Those of the moon dreamed. Man killed the sun and became god, and the sea god stormed. They will never meet." The 3rd chapter, the final part of the mural, depicts the 3rd world, and it reads, "Within the chaos there was emptiness." I'm assuming they mean the Void Century. "The inconvenient remains," I'm thinking the declan, "recall the promised day and hear the voice of the half moon. The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun returns and brings a new morning. They will surely meet." And we end the chapter. Okay, so let's start chapter 1139, Mountain Eater. The cover page is Who's Who looming over 2 shadowy figures that appear to be Alti and Page 1. The sheaf on Who's Who's sword is very reminiscent of a smile devil fruit, which I just find is funny. Moving on to the chapter, shall we? So we are still in Aldrest Castle with Luffy and co. They have been looking for the key. Road says the guards don't know where it is. If anyone would know the location of the key, it would be Chief Jarl or a few of the others. They then wander into the throne room. There are traces of a battle and a strange mark on the floor. They get up onto road and see that it looks like a magic circle out of a book or something, which is rather hilarious because that's roughly how Brooke was summoned when Kuma sent them flying. Road says that's the thing they use in ritual demon summonings in some other countries. But what is such thing doing in the throne room? Or either that is Nami or Road. I'm assuming it's Road, but it could be Nami. Luffy says, I feel like I've seen something like this though. We then have someone call out, Straw Hat Luffy. Everyone is freaked out. They assume it's a demon. I've been hoping to meet you. Road is freaking out. Whoa, who is there? Show yourself. Are you a demon summoned to this place? I just knew the castle was haunted. Oh my god, Road, you're like Usopp. We must flee before the ghost haunts us too. Wait, don't run, Road. Wait! And everyone is screaming as Road topples over as he is almost hit by an axe. We then see that someone is sitting on the throne. He says, oh no. Road says, it's Sir Ya, but why are you here? Sir Ya responds by saying, I felt some abnormal haki coming from the castle. It seems to have left, but now I find you here instead. I've heard stories about you, Straw Hat Luffy, including that you took care of Kaido. Boy, I'd love to go traveling around Wano again. Road is confused. Oh no, Luffy is confused. Saya? Road says, he goes by Saya in our best. You went to the school, correct? Did you not meet a teacher named Ripley there? He's her husband. Luffy's like, whoa, really? He's that shithead Colin's father? To which Saya says yes. We then have him saying marrying a giant is not worth it. I get older, they say the same age. Nami says, that's a good point. I'm just surprised to hear someone's actually done it. What, fucked a giant woman? Believe me, people have done it. He continues by saying love is free. There are many mixed blood races throughout history, and he lists them. Zori says, you seem to know a lot. Who are you? To which Sir Ya says, I'm a preacher of love. Luffy says he sounds like what Sanji will be when he's older. Luffy then says, anyway, we're here searching for Loki's keys. Road tells Luffy don't tell him about that. And Luffy backtracks and says, just forget what I said. So yeah, goes, fantastic. If there's one thing I love, is other people causing trouble. But if you want the keys, you will have to you will have to fight me. Years ago, yeah, we then have it revealed that years ago Shanks captured Loki. As no one's been able to stop him, and you'll not know the damage. We then have it revealed that Sir Ya is Scarpa and he will only give Luffy the key if he fights him. I am very underwhelmed by this, as you can tell. Not very happy by this chapter. We obviously have everyone back at the party getting the story of Scarpa and how he got his nickname Mountain Eater. But I'm a little bit annoyed at this is now the second person connected to Roger that is going to train Luffy, and I'm not happy about it. If you want to subscribe, join the Discord, or even support me, you can. Bye!